What's going on, Chattanooga? It's your girl, Zainab K. And today we have the wonderful Johnny Holloway with us in the studio. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine for an old man, but I'm doing great.
Oh, you're looking great, too. So today we're here to talk about something exciting coming up, okay? The March on Washington, okay, happened almost 62 years ago. And in a few weeks, we'll be celebrating the 63rd, right? And I hear that you are working on honoring that in a special way with the Chattanooga National Action Network.
Yes, I'm a member of the Chattanooga Action Network, and the chapter here is run by Dr. Woods. She's the president, and we have a location at the Alton Park CDC. Mm-hmm. And so we had 15 minutes on national television about this whole thing we're talking about now.
Yes.
And I had the honor of being the oldest person on there with the youngest baby. I love babies. So first time I saw that baby, I said, I want to hold a baby. Oh, and we was on television with the youngest and the oldest person.
Okay. Look at that.
And we were just promoting the March on Washington coming up. We are looking for anywhere from 260,000 to 300,000 people of every shape and nationality it can be. Now, we're looking for a lot of Hispanics this year. We call that the Trump effect.
So you guys are going to be busing people up to Washington from Chattanooga.
Yes.
Yes. So that is so exciting to do that in this year to honor the March on Washington. And now, is this the first time you guys are doing that, or?
This is the first time. This is not the first time. Every time something happened at the March on Washington, something happened. Our last time they had the March on Washington, I was in Atlanta for treatment, and my youngest son said, I'll go in your place, Daddy. Aww. This time I'm just too old because I got to walk, and I don't want to be going up there trying to turn around and come right back. So I'm here on the radio trying to encourage people to go. We still have some seats on the bus. It's free.
Yes.
And that's the main thing. It's free. And you can contact it by three ways. The first way is going to Chattanooga NAN, and that's spelled ChattanoogaANN, NAN on the end of Chattanooga.org. You can contact it that way, or if you're in Chattanooga and you want to contact the bus captains, we have two, Reverend Hogg, and her number is 423-227-0837. We'll repeat that number again. But the other bus captain is Reverend Chapman, and his number is 423-269-3158. And we'll repeat these numbers from time to time. We're leaving from Hamilton Place.
Okay.
On the 27th, 6 p.m. at the food court in Hamilton Place.
Okay.
And the buses are free. NAN is part of the national movement, and NAN has ridden the bus nationally. They have ridden a number of buses, but we only got two. We still got a few seats left, and I'm asking people to contact the information I just gave you.
Yes.
To try to fill up those last seats.
And we'll have it we'll put this information on our website. So if you guys have been following, the Chattanooga National Action Network is accepting volunteers right now to get on their bus to go on to join them in the March on Washington happening August 28th, and they're leaving on the 27th from Hamilton Place. Now, with this, are you guys coming right back?
Yes, there's a quick turnaround. We're going to have the march. We're getting back on the buses and coming back. The reason we're coming back so soon, we have a lot of religious people coming. They want to go to church on Sunday.
I get that.
So we're having a quick turnaround.
Yes.
Because that's the first question most people ask me, will I be back to come to church on Sunday? And I say yes. So we're having a quick turnaround. You're just going to go up on the 27th. The march is on the 28th. We have the march. We get back on the buses, and we come back home so you can go to church on Sunday.
Yes. So if you guys are interested, you guys need to contact one of the three ways that he said previously, and we'll also have this on our website. And one of them, of course, is going to be Chattanooga ChattanoogaNAN.org. So that is ChattanoogaNAN.org. So that's for the Chattanooga National Action Network.
Yeah.
And they are going to be busing people. They're really trying to get the young people to come on through. This will be a great way for you guys to learn about history, see Washington, and just fellowship with fellow community
Now,
members.
there's one other thing I really want the people in Chattanooga to do.
What's that?
The people who are not going, I want them to show up.
Yes.
To send the people off. Now, when I was running Operation Push back in the day, we had a saying: if you can't go, send go. And what we meant by that is you can give money to go to help send people. Now we sent with Operation Push, we sent 2 people to Africa twice, to the African American Summit Conference with Jesse Jackson. So all we simply saying is you ought to show up to say people going to Washington. You're going to represent us.
Yes.
We need 100 people to show up, at least 100 people to show up. And this is in the evening, so you're off from work, and you can do that.
Yeah, I got y'all a little bit of energy, so come on through, he's saying.
Yes, and this is what I used to do. I used to say this is a ministry of presence. All you got to do is show up. You don't have to march. You don't have to demonstrate. You don't have to take no chances. Just show up and just let the people know they're going to Washington to represent us.
Yes.
And that would be nice if we had those people to send them off.
Now, with that, what are you wanting whether they're young or old, what are you hoping that they take away from this trip?
Well, what I hope they take it away, that while we march, when we march, we are together.
Okay.
When we march, we demand. When we march, we win. When we march, we honor John Lewis. When we march, we honor Fannie Lou Hamer. When we march, we honor our ancestors, because that's how we got here. You got to think we stand on the shoulder of our ancestors, and you can never forget about that. Now I talk to our ancestors all the time. They say, "Holloway, you crazy? How you talk to your ancestors?" I just sit down and I ask myself, what would our ancestors do? That's what I ask myself. Then I try to emulate that. I try to do what our ancestors did to keep us getting forward. And if we do that, we can't go wrong.
Now, I'm sure you've made this trip multiple times throughout your life. Was there one that was memorable?
The most memorable.
Of course, they're all memorable.
The most memorable I had, we went to the National Convention one day with Reverend Jesse Jackson. This was a big thing. And I met Al Sharpton. And this is when he was very young and very fat. And he was in the back. He was back at the auditorium in Chicago. I said, I know that fellow over there. And I went on and just said hello to him. He was very young. He had his hair straight. And he's a protege of James Brown now. Al Sharpton is. And that's why he keep his hair the way he keep it. And so he was a protege of James Brown. And James Brown is the one that's made us feel like we was more black than Negro. Because he said, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud."
Yeah.
And we've been doing that ever since. And there are some people saying now that we are Afro-Americans. So we making that journey.
Well, we everything.
We were slaves when we came here. Then they called us Negroes, and then they called us the N-word, and they called us a whole lot of stuff. And then somebody called us Negroes, and they wrote a poem about it. James Brown came along and said, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud." Jesse Jackson came along and said, "I am somebody." And so we kind of follow that, and we kind of adopted that, and we kind of look at ourselves that way. And I think we ought to be Afro-Americans.
Okay.
Because we ought to be citizens of both Africa and America. Now that's going a little deep for us, but that's what I think. I had always wanted to be a citizen of Africa and a citizen of America. And so that's the way I look at it. But let's get back to the March on Washington.
Well, hopefully you guys can also make your own most memorable memories during this trip. Again, this is happening August 27th, departing from Hamilton Place at the food court at 6 p.m., okay? Yeah. Now, there's also something else. Before we let you go, there's also something else that you wanted to update us on and tell us about. There's a fundraiser you guys have going on.
Yes. We have a building, and it was the Piney Woods School. Dr. Woods won that building in an auction. Now, you had to talk to Dr. Woods about how that auction went and how she won it. but she did win it in an auction. And in that school, there's a lot of things going on. We have what they recently named as the Holloway Museum, and Johnny Holloway Museum. We have a Black History class in there with Mr. Harold Bryson. He teaches Black History. We have computers over there for the kids to come in and we don't have enough kids using them. We don't have enough people taking the class, and so I'm saying let's start doing that.
Yes.
Let's find out what's in that place. That's a beautiful thing. We have an event hall, and you can rent that event hall and do anything. We're getting ready for our awards banquet for those people who have served the community well, and so we're going to have that coming up pretty soon after that. And then we had a leak in the roof, and so Dr. Woods,
Yes.
with her wonderful self, said, I'm gonna lend the board of the CDC some money to fix the roof. So the roof has been fixed. But the board, and I helped the board raise money, and that's what we're doing. Now we got to play by Woods back. She's not giving us anything. And we have been to all the places that you normally go to try to get money. We have written programs to the foundations. We didn't get anything. We've written programs to the politicians, both county and the city, haven't gotten anything. So I'm coming to you now on this radio station asking every person to give at least $1. Just $1. You can give more if you want to.
Yes.
And the place you send it to is to the Alton Park CDC, South Chattanooga, Post Office Box 2412, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37409.
Okay.
And we'll repeat that later on.
Okay.
But that's what we do.
We'll also have that on our website so you guys could give directly through there. And the website for the museum, the Alton Park building over there, what's that website that they can see all that's happening over there?
Now, you have to ask Dr. Wood. She did that.
We'll find it. We'll put it on there.
Okay, we'll find that. We'll put it on there. But the other thing we're raising funds for, and the cost, now, and what Dr. Ward, she went into her account and loaned us almost $20,000 just to fix the roof. And also to look at some other things we want to do. We want lighting in the museum over all the pictures we put up. Now, we've been working on this museum there for almost a year and a half.
It's really good, by the way, you guys.
And it's had improved since you saw it last.
Okay.
We have expanded to the athletic wall. We have expanded the Ku Klux Klan wall. We have expanded the Howard wall. And then we have the inventor section. Now, you really need to see the inventor section. That's put on by the Courier, Chattanooga Courier. And they sponsor that, and it shows a lot of things that we have invented. And a lot of people don't know the reason black people invent so much. They do the work. The mother of invention is essential. If you're doing the work, you're going to try to find out how you can do the work either. Now, let's take for coupling of the railroad cars. That was invented by a black man. Well, the coupling of the railroad cars used to be coupled by hand, and they would lose their hand. So it's just automatic that you're going to find a way to couple them cars without losing your hand. So the mother of invention is what is essential. It's what is necessary. And if you're doing all the work, you're going to try to make your work either. The ironing board, for instance. And then the planter. When we used to put, when the slaves would plant everything by hand, so they built a machine to make a planter. So they can plant the things without reaching down and digging the hole and putting the seeds in. So they made a planter. They did a whole lot of things because they did the work. The people who do the work do the most inventing. It's just that simple. But the other thing we want to do after that, we want to label the things we have in the museum. We have labels where you can just read about them without somebody giving you a tour. Now, I give tours in the museum for anybody who want them, whether you're 100 people or 2 people. I would give you a tour of the museum anytime you want to. I'm able to get in the building anytime. Then we want to hire some personnel to keep the building open. Now, it's no use to having all this resource out there if it's closed off to people.
That's true.
And so we're working with the Urban League trying to hire some young people to keep it open from, let's say, from 3 to 6 because that's when the kids get out of school. And they can come over there and use the computers.
Yes.
They can use the research. Now in the Black History Room, that's our research room. If you want to know anything about the civil rights movement, both in Chattanooga and nationally, we have that information in the research room. And you can go in there and write papers. Now, I tell you what I taught my children. Now, I started a library in my house for my children, and it took off so good, I took it to the church. And then we over to the Piney Wood School. But what I found out, and I used to tell my children, if you ever got to write a paper, the teacher don't tell you what to write about. They let you choose. You write about yourself. You write about black people. And the teachers cannot correct you on anything but your English because they don't know it. They don't know it, and that's true. They don't know it. So we want to put lights over all of the displays in the museum, and we don't want the lights to be motion lights. So when you walk up to the displays, the lights come on, and when you leave, they go off. I think that'll be kind of unique. And then another thing that I have been involved in low-income housing on Dotson Avenue. You heard the Dotson Avenue apartments. I was involved in the development of that site over there on Dotson Avenue, right there, right between Stanley Church and Second Baptist Church. And now Dr. Woods is thinking about putting some low-income housing out there by the museum. She has 800 acres. Now she has 8 acres, I think, 8 acres of land that she's thinking about putting low-income housing. She's already had the land surveyed, and she got a builder already, and they're looking at what it's going to cost to build some low-income housing. Okay. And I'm going to be deeply involved with that because I have done it before, and I think that'll be a good project to connect to the museum.
Yes.
And if we can pull that off, we would have been able to serve the less fortunate. And that's what I believe in, serving those who have the least first. That's what I believe in serving. And that's just my way of looking at things, because I believe if you help the least of these, all the rest of us will move up. I'm going to tell you something about human nature. The people who call themselves middle class and upper middle class hate to see the people that they consider below them move past them so they will move up. Everybody moves up. When you move the bottom up, everybody moves.
Yes.
That's my philosophy of life.
Well, we definitely want to help people move up. So you guys make sure that you are looking to help the community and wanting to help as well as giving. And we'll have that information on our website, power94.com, okay, to help them get the museum, all the assistance that they need, and also get this low-income housing.
Yes. And once again, if you want to make a donation to the Alton Park CDC, you send your donations to Alton Park CDC, South Chattanooga, Post Office Box 2412, Chattanooga, Tennessee, zip code 37409.
Okay.
And that we get, and we just ask for $1 from everybody. But if you can send more, do that. And if you want my number, let me see if I can remember my own number.
Oh, you remember?
No, that's very hard for me. But it's 488 423-488-3978. You can call me anytime. The reason you can call me anytime, my children took my keys away from me, so if I'm at home, I'm stuck. So I'm always at home.
Yes. So you guys will get all that information plus more on this march and also everything that's going on over there at the museum plus more. So I thank you so much, Johnny Holloway. Again, you guys, March on Washington. Buses have spaces, okay? They are looking to meet depart from Hamilton Place Mall on August 27th at 6 p.m., okay? It's a quick turnaround, so you ain't going to be there all weekend, but you definitely will have a wonderful time with the people on the bus and also up there in Washington, all right? August 27th, mark the date.
And it's free.
And See, they ain't even charging you nothing.
All you got to do is show up.
That's it. So get your friends, sign up, okay? We'll have this information on our website. That's power94.com. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Chattanooga, I'll get up with you later.